All right, we'll go ahead and do a quick roll call. We got S1, S2, S3, all companies are here. Great, good. All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, Sky Soldiers, Sir Sergeant Major, thank you for being here. I'm Captain Ott, call sign Rapido 3 Alpha. Right now we're going to be doing a COA decision brief for Decision 2 day. The staff has worked this tirelessly for the last 3 months, and we're looking for an approval going forward. Right now our agenda will sit with an operational overview of the course of action. We'll go into the airborne timeline. We'll continue with weather report, and then the airdrop concept, finally we want to shoot recovery, and the medical concept of operation. Allow me to frame this for everyone real quick. We are having a problem with readiness and a sense of urgency across the force, and we are losing capability rapidly. Our problem statement is we can no longer deploy the battalion out of our current intermediate staging base, and we need to find an unknown location and test it in an unknown area. Our overall purpose for this will be conduct an 18-hour notification, practice the deployment process, conduct an emergency deployment exercise, and build urgency within the units. We'll conduct this by doing an airborne infiltration. Moving forward, I want to talk about 3 specific things. How are we going to be able to rapidly assemble and deploy? How is this going to build realism through the unit? And finally, how is this going to be able to tie into real-world operations, meaning how are we going to be able to use the staging base going forward? Our mission for this will be to conduct Operation EMPL Strike, an airborne assault on Su19 Air Base, no later than 27 April 2019, in order to expand the lodgement and build combat power. Our concept operation is joint troop leading procedures at Aviano Air Base and Caserta del in Italy. Task Force Rapido will conduct the air assault on the Su19 Air Base, which you can see in front of you here, which is in the Republic of Czech. Their aircraft package will be staged at Aviano Air Base, and then we will have a follow-on air land where vehicles from 2CR will expand our lodgement. Our exercise objectives are to alert, marshal, and deploy the force, conduct an airborne assault on a Su19 Air Base, and then seize the airfield, expanding the lodgement, and finally do a forward passage of lines with the vehicular organization. Our situation, our task order will be a normal organic rifle battalion with an attachment of Battalion for Glory. And allow me to orient you to our terrain model. So here we have Su19 Air Base. To box trace familiarize this, it has several routes that go east and west, Route Audi, Route Toyota, Route Ford, Route Dodge, and Route Dodge to the south here. We have phase lines Angels, which is the first RCP, and phase line Braves. Also around the routes, phase line Astros, and phase line Dodgers here. We have 2 established mortar firing points at the west and east side of the airfield, and then finally 3 times objectives, Objective Ant, Objective Beetle, and Objective Cricket, all which will need to be seized after we airdrop on to the airfield. Finally, also, the main must be cleared until we bring follow-on forces, which is Snake 1 and Snake 2, illustrated here, and the taxiways to the north. For our road to war, dispersed on this airfield will be enemy positions, most likely a company size, that will be an Objective Ant, Objective Beetle, and Objective Cricket, with an enemy response force time of probably another company with 20 minutes of response time once they're triggered by friendly insertion. Our mission's already stated. Concept operation, we will deploy the force from east to west, spread out over 3 aircraft, 1 times C-130, 2 times C-17 hotels, spread out along the drop zone, and with 1 pass 3 aircraft. Really, the only thing we're dictating to the battalion is the 2 mortar firing points. We'll conduct this in a 4-phase operation. 1, planning and prep. Phase 2, which will be pre-assault fires and our movement. Phase 3, execution airborne assault. And finally, Phase 4, which will be the follow-on air assault, continue to follow-on operations. I'll jump into the airborne timeline quickly. We have once we initially alert the force, it'll be an 18-hour sequence. So at 01 in the morning, we'll alert the entire battalion. At 06, we'll get our first brief, followed by 08 jumpmaster briefs. At 1400, we'll conduct issue of equipment. 1600, we'll do a weather decision. At 1700, we'll do JMPI. 1810, load time, with a takeoff time of 1830. Finally, time on target onto the airfield will be at 1900. Currently, the airborne commander for this operation will be Lieutenant Colonel Rogers, and the DZSTL will be Sergeant First Class Olson. Drop zone marking will be DZ squidward, code letter alpha, with a DZ length of 2,900 yards and with a width of 1,000 yards. The direction of flight will be from east to west at 112 magnetic with a drop altitude of 1,000 AGL above ground level, 32 seconds of green light over the drop zone. It'll be a mass TAC combat equipment night operation with parachutes being T11s, once again 2 times C-130 hotels and 2 times C-17s, 1 time C-17. We'll be traveling 130 knots, once again from east to west, with 1 time lift, 1 time pass, with our drop plan being HHC, FSC, ACO, and BCO, which will most likely have the follow-on forces to the 3 objectives. Just for a little bit of admin, we'll have 5 centerline on objective snake parachute turn-in points that will be easily recoverable 5 feet off the main runway. Medical coverage plan will have 3 times FLA staged on the airfield that will be able to rapidly assist with any casualties. Once again, just to frame this, I think the reason why this particular operation will be successful for our commander's intent, it will allow easily backside support. It will cover all of our mission essential tasks, and it will strive to build rapid assembly and rapid readiness. At end state, this operation, if we approve this course of action, will build readiness and lethality across the force.